Rick Santorum, have really been campaigning on building up industry, manufacturing, energy, such as offshore drilling. And then we have President Obama, and they say he's making it difficult to build that up with the regulations. So on one side we have President Obama with the regulations, and then we have our governor, Nikki Haley, and I don't know her stance on this, but I know that she's always pushing for manufacturing and bringing manufacturing and industry to our state. So do you want to talk about that a little bit?
You mentioned that Chris Christie opposed offshore seismic testing and stopped offshore oil.
That's right.
And he's a presidential candidate.
Yes. One of the few who opposes it.
Yeah. But I asked him.
Yeah.
Here in Columbia.
The thing is that there's a lot of industry, and right now the renewable industries are growing at a rate of something like 2.5 times as fast as the oil industry is growing. There's no reason why South Carolina couldn't become, first in the nation to support solar power, to support wind power, to support all these other alternatives to oil. And the fact of the matter is that as it stands now in California, which is really leading the way at the time, they're starting to sell cars that are fuel cell powered, don't use gasoline, zero emissions. South Carolina's got any number of homes with rooftops that are perfect for photovoltaic cells. Elon Musk has come out with a battery system for home use now that could eventually essentially take homes off the grid, off the electric grid. So there's any number of industries that can be supported that don't require the kinds of pollution that oil generates. And at some point, with the environment being what it is, if we don't get off fuels, off non-renewable resources, we're just going to destroy everything. So it's something that's got to be done. And the oil companies are talking like, all of this is going to take place between now and like 2035. In that amount of time, the industries that could develop alternatives should be easily able to do that and simply get us off the oil addiction that we have right now. Unfortunately, a lot of the oil companies are pushing to not get off the addiction because that's how they make their living, obviously. And so it's up to us to point out all the alternatives that are out there, and hopefully Nikki Haley will do that. I mean, she's done a lot of good things for this state with bringing in Boeing and the automobile companies. They're all relatively clean industries compared to the oil industry, and with Toyota being in our state and being the first to introduce the fuel cell cars in California, it's an ideal mix of saying, hey, let's do it here too. We can do it. So that's what we're hoping for.